Hi everyone, it's Emily Munn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I work full-time in the corporate world and sell on eBay and Poshmark as my side hustle. So I started this YouTube channel as an addition to my Instagram page, which is at Emily H. Munn. I'll link it down below to talk about some of my tips and tricks that I've learned about reselling and with Poshmark and eBay, and some of the advice that I would give you, whether you're a new reseller or an experienced reseller. So if that sounds interesting, stick around and I will go over today my Poshmark packaging tips. So how much it costs for me to package each item, what I use, where I think you could save, and all of that. So stay tuned. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So I brought an example of what my Poshmark packaging looks like. And this is exactly what I do with every single Poshmark package. Whether it's men's, women's, kids, anything that's Poshmark, this is how I package it. There is a plastic bag that you can't see underneath this, white tissue paper, I use some yarn here, some hair ties, and then my business card. So why I think this is important is because when I shop at stores that I really like, I notice they send good packaging. Presentation is important to me. It also helps with Poshmark reviews, and it depends on the person, but I feel like it's one thing that I can control. Ship time, packaging items, and making them look pretty. So when I started reselling, I kind of went all over the place with packaging. I used whatever I could find and ended up settling on this after a lot of trial and error. So I wanted to go over all of the items that are in this packaging and what they cost. So I have my notebook next to me and I've got a rundown of what each item cost, and I'm going to show each of them to you and let you decide for yourself if this is something you would want to try out for your Poshmark business. So I brought an example of each item to show you. The first thing I have are these Amazon plastic bags, and I get 100 of these bags for $11, which totals about 11 cents per bag. And what I really like about these is you can actually seal them up, as well as they have this suffocation warning on the bottom. So I've used bread bags from Walmart before, but settled, which would be a cheaper option if you wanted something a little bit cheaper. But I ended up settling on these because I think they are great to store items, prevent dust from getting on them, dogs or cat hair if you have those. They're just a really great storage item. And one thing I've heard from a couple people on Instagram actually is you can potentially not seal them up and then allow somebody to reuse the bags later. So that's an idea as well. I'm going to go ahead and set that down. And then I think this is a great deal. Hopefully this comes up fully in the frame. This is my white tissue paper that I use. And I actually get this from the Dollar Tree for $1.08 for, it says 35, but I'm going to say 36 sheets. I actually even use this top sheet on things like shoes, or if I need to like put stuffing in a box, I will use the top sheet as well to get the most value out of my money. So I spend 3 cents per sheet of tissue paper, and usually I just use one sheet. I think this is a great deal. I don't think Dollar Tree does a lot of business online, but I tend to go into store to pick this up, and I'll get like 20 rolls of tissue paper at a time. So that is my white tissue paper. Also a great deal is my yarn. This lasts for like 6 months. It comes from Walmart. I wrote it down. It is the, I think, I don't have the label on it. I will actually link it down below what yarn this is, but you get 744 yards of this yarn for $5.84. So I use like maybe 1 yard per package, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. So it's actually less than a cent per piece of yarn. So if you want just like one thing to make your packages pop, you could definitely try out this yarn because it is so cheap. I actually used to use like a like tulle type material, something a little bit nicer, but ended up going with this because it was much cheaper and it lasts for so long, so I don't have to go to the store very soon. I'm going to set that down. The next item, and this is a gift that I put on every Poshmark package, so this is an area you could potentially save, but I like to add a little something for my customers, but it is hair ties. I also get these at the Dollar Tree. It is $1.08 for 36 hair ties, and I put 2 in each package. So that totals out to 6 cents per Poshmark package for the hair ties. And I actually, a lot of the time, get comments from customers that are like, oh, that is so sweet, you added hair ties. And so Poshmark has a system, if you're not familiar with it, where you can leave love notes, and this is always mentioned in the love notes, which is really just another name for a review. I will set that down. The next thing, and this is really important to me, and I think that I should have probably done this sooner in my business, but I actually include my business card in every Poshmark package. You could do it a million different ways, but a couple different things that I include on it is my Instagram page, my Poshmark page, my eBay store, and then my website. So I came up with these on Vistaprint, and let's see, I ordered 1,000 of these at once because I ship a lot of Poshmark packages, but you can order less. I ordered 1,000 for $65.34. And so that totals 7 cents per business card. And then the back has like my company logo on it, and it says quality fashion, budget friendly prices. So I love these. I've tried a lot of other things. I've tried stickers, I've tried thank you notes, and this works best for me. I brought 2 examples because I actually hole punch these and then put them on the Poshmark package. Business cards, I will link Vistaprint down below if you want to go check them out. I really like their service and they ship really, really fast. One more item though that I want to show you, because I always get a lot of questions about this on my Instagram page, is these USPS boxes. So everybody does it differently. Some people order like poly mailers or envelopes or reuse boxes for Poshmark shipping, but I use these to ship my items in. And this size is the typical one I use. I always get questions on this. It's the 1097 box, and I order them on USPS.com, and they just ship right to my house. Sometimes it takes a while for USPS to ship them, but that is a free way to actually package up your items after you do the wrapping paper or bag or however you want to package up your Poshmark item. Between the plastic bag, the tissue paper, the hair ties, my business card, the yarn, and then that USPS box, I end up spending 28 cents per Poshmark package on packaging materials. I think you can make that less if you maybe didn't want to use the plastic bag or only use the plastic bag with the business card. Some of those are a little bit extra. I just think one thing, it's just very important to make sure you're keeping track of your cost with those things. It's not just the cost you pay for the item in the thrift store, it's the cost of all the extra things and what value are you going to gain from that. For me, I think it raises my rating on Poshmark and makes my customers really happy and more willing to come shop for me again, which is very important to me. So that's it on my packaging materials. Just a quick video to go over all of those. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will try to link as many of these products as I can also down below, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel if you liked this video. Also give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.